Hey, hey, Chalkin History friends, how are you today? It is Fun Day Sunday and it is NFL football. I'm not really a football fan, but I will watch our favorite teams from now and again. Watched the Brownies versus the Bengals, and they lost by 1 point because the kicker missed a field goal or the extra point, and he missed a 3-pointer. So, not sure if he's going to have a job tomorrow or not, but it was a great game, I thought. It was a good game back and forth. Kudos to both teams today. I hope your team is going to win today. Let's play with this month's birth flower, which is the Morning Glory. Tell me in the comments if you are a September birthday. Let's get all set up here. Say hello. Let's see. And then comment glory if you'd like this wood cut out. Tell me if it's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday month. Tell me. Say hi as you hop on. Okay. We're going to try something. We're going to kind of do a little painting in kind of thing. I'm not really crazy how they did these birth flowers, because they blocked out the birth flower, the actual flower itself, and the background is what gets chalked. But I want to make my flowers pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually chalk it we have some wood cutouts here. So if you comment glory, you can get your hands on these cutouts. We're going to have to chalk the design on the flowers, and I'm going to do it in Dune so that we can barely see it. Then I'm going to use colors to kind of color it in, and then we'll do the transfer again on top. Okay? That's the plan. I have this cute little, let's see, what do they call it? Just says 1 count prop. It's like a little cutting board, a little baby cutting board. I've had these things for eons. It was $1, which is awesome. Let's see. Too sticky. I'll have to use the heat tool to get that off, but I don't even need to like sand that off because I'm going to put this on top of there. And I just think it'll be just a little cute shelf sitter type thing for a tiered tray, or if you just need a little pop color on a shelf or something. Okay, got some twine. We're going to wrap that around. We're going to keep this pretty simple. Got my ink mat so I can hold down my pieces when I'm painting. The background I think I'm going to color with our, this was Wild Lime. This was I believe, a color of the month a long time ago. So we'll do the background in that. Yeah, I think we'll do the background in that, and then we're going to use it. We're going to kind of blend it in on here as well. All right, so let's start this. Let's see. I'm trying to think if this is not like exact, so it's a little bit bigger than the actual flowers. So we will have a little edge. So you know what? We're going to have to color this first. So let's go ahead and do that with these 2 pieces. Let's get a brush. And we'll color it in. So I'm going to use this Wild Lime. Actually, Wild Lime might have been an En Vogue color when we had like a spring release or something. Come to think of it. So it's still in good shape. Like I said, we're just going to kind of color the background up. Using our ink mat that keeps it still because it's sticky, it's adhesive, topped, coated with an adhesive here. Okay, see a hair, we don't want that hair there. There we go. All right, just a nice light coat of this wild lime. Squirt, that helps us kind of spread it real nice even coats. You can go the opposite direction of the wood grain if you want. Just dabbing it, making sure everything's covered, and then I'll smooth it out. There we go. And then same thing to our flowers. Well, I didn't want to do the flowers, but here we go. We're doing it anyway. See, I got ahead of myself. I was going to try to do green for the leafy parts, but it's okay. It'll look good. It's okay. I don't like when I have to think about my background. It's too much thinking. Too much thought on Sunday fun day. I don't want to have to think too much. I got my football shirt on. Woohoo! Faith family football. Woohoo! Okay. All right, let's get this dry. We'll give our flowers a little coat of wax. You don't have to worry about the background. Those are good. This one we can put aside. We're not going to use that right now. So let's just put that to the side. All right, this guy we're going to give a quick little waxing to. Let's grab our wax. Oh, I thought I brought over a thing of paper towels. Where did they go? Oh, yeah, right behind me. I knew I had a roll of paper towels. Okay, we're just gonna get in here and get some on my paper towel and just kind of cover the whole wood cutout here. Buffing it at the same time as I'm applying it. It doesn't take much. Kind of turn this inside out. Let's lift this. Careful when you're playing with your wood cutouts. There are, slimmer areas, so they may not be as strong. This wood, the wood I use is a lot better than when I started making cutouts, so You can always also take a heat tool to it to melt it, if it's on the back side or the inside. So we'll just kind of warm it up a little bit. It's also good for your wood, so it doesn't harm it. Okay, let's take that away for a moment. I feel like there might be a little fuzzy that I can't get off. There we go. All right, okay, so we're gonna take our transfer, I'll mark it September Morning Glory. Tell me if you're a September birthday. I just made gift this, we'll see how many September birthdays are out there. Okay, so we're gonna put this on our wood cutout. And I am going to chalk it in June. Okay, we're going to get an outline of the piece in June, or in June. Then I'm going to know where my parameters are for when I try to color in the flower and the leaves. And I think if you don't get it right now, it'll come to you here. It'll make more sense as I'm coloring it in. Right now I just need to get a gist of where the flower goes, because we're going to paint the flower before we chalk it with a different color. Who knows, maybe I'll chalk it again in June. Although I don't think so. I think I have a plan. We're gonna see if it works. Most of the time they do. Okay, let's put that to the side. We're gonna pull that up. Okay, so now I see where my flower is. I'm gonna wash this real quick. Because I put those lines in there, and I'll give you a really nice good close-up here. Let's see if we can zoom in. Okay. I don't know if you guys can tell. Can you see the lines? Definitions of the flowers. I'm sorry, there it is. I guess it's too light, but you can see like the center of that flower. So I kind of know where the center of the flower is by doing this. It's a process. Just stick with me here. It'll make sense, I promise. I promise, I promise, I promise. Want to get this clean before we carry on. Get another one here. This didn't take much at all to clean. It's a small screen. I'm not doing the entire design. I wish they actually said happy birthday on them. That would have been another fun addition. I know we've had birthday transfers in the past, but I don't know if they've had that small of lettering. Okay, we're just gonna put that aside, let that air dry. And now we're gonna get to work. Okay, I have these fun little just foam little teeny applicators here. All right, so I have, this was Duchess. I have some Superstitious just some old colors. I looked up the colors of marigolds and they were blues, periwinkles, purples, and I'm a purple girl, so that's what we're going with. So this is our leaf. I am gonna get one of these guys, and I'm just gonna try to stay within that dune. Paint the stems dark green. Maybe I should have done it in a different color here. All right, we're just gonna go over the entire leaf. You'll see how this comes together. It's gonna be awesome. And I already love that it's not going on as a true, like real opaque color. Like I could see a little bit of that wild lime coming through. All right, so on this one, stem goes up to about there. And if you look at a morning glory online, there's like the color of the flower that's the center of the flower is like underneath, like on the underneath side. So that's what I'm trying to differentiate here. I'm trying to see if that's actually the underside of the flower or the stem. So that's what I think this one is. And this just has like that undercolor. It doesn't have the stem. So I don't want to, or does it? I don't know. Let's do this. Let's do this one. You know, I say a painter, I am not, but I believe this is kind of giving me some skills. I'm getting skills. Are you guys a painter? Okay, so we got our greens. All right, got the greens down. Now we're going to play with our purples, and I want the underside. So this one and this one has an underside. So that one I want to do in our superstitious. That one does not. So here, this one does. We'll cover that lime up with that. Okay. I might come back and give that a second coat. It's not really going on too dark. This one has the underside. Just trying to follow the shape of the flower here. Smooth it out. I feel like I might have more than I need here, but we want to add some here, so that's okay. We'll do that. We'll bring it over here. Darken this guy up a little bit. Okay, then we're going to make the other flowers dark purple. So we're going to use our Duchess, which looks very much like Regal. So if you have Regal, but don't have Duchess, this is a good, Regal is a very good sub for that. And then we're going to be very specific with our chalking the pattern back on. With the flowers, I will use the Superstitious, because you'll see the outline in Superstitious, and then the leaves and the stems will be done in Wild Lime. Okay, I can't wait to see how this turns out. I really hope what my mind is thinking will happen. I like these little foam brushes, they're nice. These I think would even be good for chalking in small spots too. Okay, cute, cute, cute. Can't believe the weekend's over almost. It's crazy. It's crazy how fast the days go, isn't it? That's why you gotta enjoy them while you can. Do things you love. Don't stress out about stuff. Just not worth it. If you like to craft, then craft. It's good for you. It's actually very good for you. Takes your mind off things, you know, put some music on. And just relax. And let your mind go. All right. Just trying to smooth that out. So it dries. Okay. All right. Okay. Oops. All right, let's get things, we don't need the dark. Let's get those closed up. We're going to use that and that. And I might use those little foamy brushes to help here. All right, let's let this dry. We gotta let it dry. Then we're gonna give it a little coat of wax again. You know me and my wax. You want to make sure it's nice and dry. Wherever it's green, we'll do the wild lime. Wherever it's the purple and the superstitious, we'll use superstitious. And I think it's going to look amazing. So let's see if we're right. Okay, we're gonna give it a little coat of wax. Another coat of wax. Me and my wax. Okay. A little bit on the green, on the stems. Like I said before, be careful. You know, you don't want to get this far and then it crack on you. So be gentle. Okay, and we're going to get that excess stuff on the edges here. Okay, I think we're good. All right, are we ready? We're going to put the transfer back on. It's nice and clean, should be dry. And then hopefully see some magic happen here. I want to get it perfectly lined up so it's even. Okay. Okay, remember where I see the green, we're doing this. So let's take this and we're going to rub it all over. Let's see. We're going to see if this works. I don't know if it will or not. I think I should probably use a squeegee. I think I'm going to use a squeegee. Let's see here. I got little ones here we can use. Yeah, much better. Much better using a squeegee here. That way I can get up to the line I need to get up to. Make sure you get to the bottom of that. Okay, and to avoid problems, I'm going to lift. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Look how cute that looks. Give it a quick dry here. Okay, we'll let that go back down. We're going to do that. So then we're going to get this color. Careful by your leaf. I think this is working. Working just how I wanted it to. Okay, like I said, because I'm going so slow, I definitely want to do this in sections. Oh my gosh, look how pretty. And then we can do the flowers. Definitely have to take your time on this one for sure. Wish I knew somebody with an October or a September birthday. I know someone with an October birthday. So tell me if you're a September birthday. Put it in the comments. What day? All right, one last one. That little bit right at the bottom there. Get the excess off. All right, moment of truth. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. What do you guys think? So what's going to happen is, must have peeled up a little bit over here. We'll have to paint that in. This will go on there. Although now I wonder if we should have done dark. Maybe we should do dark. Let's redo this real quick. I think the dark. I'm just going to take a little scoop out of there. Just because the green isn't within the light color, the limey color, so I think it'll show off better. And you can kind of see the light green through here. Need my mat here. Let's put this in my mat so it doesn't move on me here. Like a crosshatch pattern. Let's get this dry and see what it looks like. And we put it all together. what we're going to do is attach this to this, and then that on top. So let's go ahead and do that. This is that Star Bond Thick. If you need a link to where I got it, I would be happy to share that with you. All right, you don't have much time, so I am going to center it. Now it's going to look not centered because of that, the box around it. But I'm centering it from here to here, or at least trying. And then of course we want to make sure it's straight. And this little cutting board kind of goes on an angle, so it's not perfectly rectangle. Cute. Okay. Now I do want to just fix some stuff up here. So on the lime, there's just want to put an outline on here. There we go. And down here. All right. Need one teeny little dot right there. Okay, that's what we needed. All right, and then you noticed a little bit came up on that dark purple. So let's try to, we're gonna try to work that a little bit. I may just spray the brush, let's see. In a little bit of water. And just see if we can work it in there. There we go. I think a little bit pulled up when we pulled the transfer up. All right, let's go ahead and get this dry. And we'll attach that. And we'll add a little bit of some jute, and it'll be all done. Now we'll get that stick fat, or the thick. You don't need much at all, like literally just a little dab. A dab will do ya. A little bit at the base here. Okay. And again, you don't have much time to work with it, so. Resting on me here. There we go. Down a little bit. Okay, let's clear out some of the stuff. Let that dry a bit. This goes to this one. Remember, tell me if you are a September birthday. Kind of feel like I should do that in a lighter color. I don't know why. Or like offset it a little bit. What do you think, guys? Should we offset it a little? I have an idea. We're gonna have things tumbling down here. Wouldn't it be pretty if we did it in bubbly, the whole design in bubbly on top? Let's try to get some of that off. So we have a nice clean screen to work with. I know, see, this is where I just can't help myself and I just keep, you know, going at it. I should leave well enough alone. I think I love it the way it is, but I think I want to play. I can always make another one, right? Don't forget to comment Glory if you want the wood cut out. It's just the cutout of the flowers and the base, not the little cutting board. However, I do have some cutting boards if you're interested in that. Okay, let's get our eraser. Gosh, I love this eraser. What a wipe and paper towels can't do, this guy can. Amazing tool. Must have in your chalk toolbox for sure. Okay, all clean. All right, let's get it dry so we can use it one more time. I really feel like the bubbly will make it look really pretty. Bubbly, I want to say was January. Gosh, January seems so far away. January's color of the month, I want to say. Maybe it was December's going into January. I don't remember. Way back when. Just so far away. So far back. Okay. I don't want to do Dune. I just don't think I want to do Dune. But I think bubbly would be pretty. So I'm going to kind of fuzz this on my shirt. We're just going to kind of take a little bit of that tack off. And, okay, so you see that it goes there. I'm going to, how do I want to do this? I can go up and over a little. So here we're on it. So we want to go up and over. Now I'm rethinking it, guys. I'm gonna do the center of this flower just to see what it looks like, okay? Just to see. Let's pull that and see what we think. That is pretty. If I could keep it to the insides, we can try that. Keep it to the insides. All right, we're gonna try it. We're gonna do it. We're doing it. We're doing it. Oh gosh, we're doing it. Okay, we're gonna keep it to the insides of the flowers. Should we do the inside of the leaf too? Why not, right? Why not? So wherever I see those lines, that's where I want to do it. These lines are so fine. All right, let's take a peek. I can't stand it. I gotta look. I gotta look. Oh, it pulled up some purple. Oh, I like that though. Okay. Let's get this portion dry. We're gonna fix that purple, don't worry. It does lighten it up a little bit, so I kind of like that. Now I kind of wondered, do I just do the whole thing? Oops, it is off. We are moving it around too much here. Let's do these two flowers. Hopefully that doesn't pull off. You know why that pulled off? Because I didn't wax it. Guys, you know I love my wax. I almost feel like I should do the whole thing. I'm going to do the whole thing. I'm doing it. I am doing it. Doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. She's really doing it. Yep, she's doing it. I think we'll be happy. If not, I guess that's too bad. All right, and then we'll go out. We're gonna have to fix a couple edges, but that's okay. All right, ready? Oh yeah, just so much better. That's better. What do you guys think? That's so much better. So much better. Okay, we're gonna fix that purple. Don't worry. Don't worry. definitely better. Give me a thumbs up if you like that better than what was. Okay. So sparkly too. All right, so like I said, we got to go around those edges. Did I use this? I did. Okay, let me get one more of those little teeny brushes. You can also grab one of our artist toolkits that has one of these in there. Now, I'm trying to think, people did say it would leave like a black marking on our white boards, but I'm going to try not to do it so hard. You just need to don't go around the edge here. Because the transfer doesn't go to the very edge of the cutout. When your cutouts, if the cutouts aren't exactly to size, then you have an offset. They call it an offset. So sometimes part of your cutouts won't get chalked. Case in point. But we can easily just color it in. No problem. All right, now we can grab it. Sometimes I'll just tap it in case I see if it has like a little ridge or an edge to it. All right, and then one more time we have to fix that dark purple. Let's move this out of the way. It's still wet, so that's good. Tap, tap, tap. Than I want, so we're gonna grab our Duchess. Although it looks so much like Regal. I think it is Regal, and they put the wrong label on it, if I remember correctly. There we go. That's better. So much better. All right. Get that dried up, and then we're going to put our twine around there. And it's just going to be a cute little shelf sitter or just a little decoration if you have morning glories in your house. If you're a September birthday. Okay. Let's undo this. Those are really thin. Let's do this. Let's do here. Fine. Let's see, is this too thick? No, that might be all right. We won't need much. Where's my scissors? We'll just cut a little bit off. And we'll start in the back. Kind of just tack that down, let that dry a minute. See if that's going to stay put. So we're going to do 3-4 twists, I think, around. One more round. There we go. Okay, then we're going to have to do more. I'm going to get my hot glue gun going, I think. And we'll tack it down with some hot glue gun, I think. Excuse me. All right, so we're going to unwind and we're going to pull. There, it's kind of cute. I'm not going to cut it until I get it to stick down. I also will use this. Okay, I'll pull that across. Almost done, almost done. We'll see. We may not need the hot glue. Let's see if this takes care of it. I'm just going to hold that down. Woof, woof, woof. Woofity, woof, woof. All right, while we're letting that dry, we're going to get everything covered and put away. Let's see if our glue gun starts heating up here. Get this cleaned up. Our pastes are water soluble, so that's really nice. They can clean up with water, soap and water. Sometimes I'll use like a nail brush to get them nice and clean, especially in that logo. Otherwise, it's okay. It's not going to transfer, you know, the next time you use it. Okay, that's clean. Clean our transfer one more time. I think I might make a little bow too. Okay, this one needs to be cleaned real quick. A little bit left there. Okay, that one's clean. Let's see. Those have to be washed in water. Okay, I think that's stuck, so let's just go ahead and cut that. Okay, cute, 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 cute. I think we need a little bow. What do you guys think? Let's see what we can make here. I don't know, maybe that's a little too thick. Just a teeny little bow would be cute. But we gotta tighten it. Ooh, okay. Trim this. I know these are not fabric scissors. Okay, my little troublemakers. Almost done, guys, almost done. Goodness. A little dot of glue there. There we go. And there's our morning glory, the September birth flower. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. So cute. That'll look perfect on someone's little shelf or a tiered tray. Let me know if you need anything else. Thank you so much for hopping on tonight.